Let's get rid of the cold.
Yeah, no kidding. It's 5 degrees here, and it's 7:30. We were up at 5 this morning because we wanted to get to Texas in good time. We're supposed to have a 6.5 hour to 7 hour drive today, so that should put us in Columbus, Texas at 2 p.m. And the weather is going to be honestly similar to here. So there seems to be a cold snap going on everywhere. And Chicago, Toronto, Montreal are getting hit pretty hard, so I guess we can't complain too much, right?
It's true.
So it took us about two hours to get mobile this morning, so from the time we woke up to the time that we hit the road. And we're going to be hitting another Thousand Trails Park. It's called Colorado River Campground. We're going to check that out. It has very good reviews on Google, so we're looking forward to it. And then we're going to be moving west again to Arizona, and the plan is to spend New Year's Eve in Arizona. And Dorian and I, on our honeymoon, we actually drove to Las Vegas from Montreal, and I think that's where the seed was planted for this adventure, casita adventure for us. It was planted at that point, and we just fell in love with Arizona. So we're so excited to be there, and we're looking forward to spending New Year's there. So long as we have good weather, mechanically sound, good time, we're gonna make it to Arizona for New Year's. But in the meantime, we're making our way today to Texas. And it's a nice clear day, so things on the road should be good as long as the weather doesn't turn on us. How did you like the last campground?
It was a state park, right? It was okay. It was convenient. I wasn't too crazy about the washrooms. It kind of made me feel like I was at a vet.
At a vet's office? Yeah, because all of the counters and everything was stainless steel, so it's a little bit sterile.
And it's cold in the morning, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very cold in the mornings. So, I mean, what I did like about the park was that it did have Wi-Fi. And keep in mind, guys, the closer you are to site number 9, the better Wi-Fi connection you're going to get. Now, it's not going to be like a Starbucks connection really quick. It is a little bit slow, but you can get things accomplished. And of course, another thing I liked about it was that the laundry was free.
Yeah, that's true.
But then when you think about it, since you're paying $32 a night, is it really free? Or is it just one of the amenities of the park? And if the weather were warmer, then we could have hiked, we could have, gone swimming, we could have taken advantage of the wave pool. That park really does have a lot to offer. It's just that because of the weather, we weren't able to experience most of it.
But also, I mean, our days were pretty packed. We always did something.
That's true. Because it's 30 minutes away from New Orleans, that's kind of your starting point for your New Orleans adventures. So we would drive into New Orleans.
In 400 meters, turn right onto the ramp.
So your 30-minute drive to town, we would take the car and figure out street parking. Because it's so cold, I think that helped us actually to avoid the crowds. I think a lot of the crowds stayed away from New Orleans because the weather was so cold, but still people were out. I mean, this is people's Christmas holiday, so a lot of people were out. Bourbon Street was packed. Everyone wants to see New Orleans, but because of the cold, I think that helped us in that we had lots of options for street parking.
Keep left at the fork.
Because the parking lots, they're going to charge you from $25 to $40 for the day. So we were able to get by on about $12 a day parking, and that was the max that we paid. So although there are a couple things that I still would have liked to have seen that, because we were only here for 3 days, we weren't able to do it. I still think we got a good overall sense of New Orleans. I know it is a short time to visit a place, but again, we got to experience the local culture, the architecture, the beignets.
The beignets, that's my only regret. I wish I had a second serving.
And that coffee was something special, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice.
So it's this special New Orleans chicory flavored coffee. I actually didn't have it, but Dorian's been raving about it since he had it, so that's definitely something to try as well. So we should have a clear day of driving, and we'll show you the route there. Cheers! guys, we just got to Colorado River RV Campground, and this is a one night stop for us. This is actually quite a huge campground, and it's along the Colorado River, and unfortunately some of it was wiped out or damaged by the flooding that occurred in Houston because of the hurricane damage. But it's a really large campground. So far what I saw, the bathrooms are quite clean. They have a 2-mile hike, so assuming that the hiking trail is still in good condition, they have that. And the sites are, well, I mean, there's not too many trees. There's enough trees and picnic tables. And the Wi-Fi spot is at the recreation center or the clubhouse, so that's the place where you check in. But otherwise, we want to show you around. Another thing we noticed is all of the activities. There's so many planned activities for the residents here, the campers and all that. And one of the staff members was kind enough to just pass by and mention that it's going to be very cold, and to be careful for our water lines, because on Sunday night, so tonight is Friday to tomorrow morning Saturday when we leave, but Sunday night it's going to be freezing, below freezing. So they're giving everybody a heads up, which is very nice. And of course the staff so far has been awesome, and this is pretty consistent through all the campgrounds that we've stayed at so far. We've had really, I mean, be it Thousand Trails or not, we've just had a great luck with really nice staff, really helpful staff.